Okay guys, I had an idea. I need one more tuck spot. So I have these tall tags, which I started cutting them, but I wanted to show you what I'm doing. These tags are 4 by 8 tags, and I've just done them on some grungy coffee coffee stained background. 4 by 8 is the size of the tag. Let me cut this so it looks like a tag so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so there's the tag. This is the top of the tag. I'm just going to cut 3 inches off the bottom of the tag. And it needs to be a hole punched in here because it's a tag. I want to make sure I was on the 3/8 side. Okay, so what I was thinking is I could use this. It's a little too tall for the pockets or for a tuck. So I cut the 3 inches off the bottom, and I'm going to turn it into a double tuck. So on the 1/2 inch side here, I'm just going to trim that, and then I'm going to attach this to the corner and sew around the entire thing, and then decorate it and tie some ribbon in the top, and I'll have a nice little tuck spot. So I want to use this grungy coffee paper. So I've done that. I've cut the tags. Like I said, they were approximately 4 by 8, not exactly, but I've rounded the corners. So I have one on this side, and then I'll have one for this side because I like to do one on each side of the book. And then what I'll do in the book is glue this side so that I can put stuff behind here and also in this pocket. So I am going to go sew around these, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I changed my mind. I started to glue these together with some glue stick, and then I realized, number one, I need to grunge these up around the edges. Secondly, I don't want to glue it together yet, because the idea is I want to sew around this pocket first. Well, actually this one goes on here, but I want to sew around this first, then attach it, then sew around the entire thing. So that, but then I remembered that I wanted to ink around them, and then I was glad that I used glue stick because it came right off. It holds it long enough to get the sewing machine, I will give it that, but I would never use it for permanent adhesive. Oh, you know what? I need to go around this hole a little bit. Not that I couldn't do that afterwards, but I don't need to distress the back side because I'm going to attach it to the page. So now I'm going to go sew around this pocket and then adhere it and sew around the entire thing. So I will do that, and I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back. I sewed around this curved edge. As you can see, I did a really good job. This one's a little bit better, but it still has a chunk. But you know what? That's part of the thing we do. It's supposed to be grungy and handmade, so not perfect. Anyway, I did around the curved edge, and then I started on the bottom and went around the entire tag on both. So around the curved edge, then put them together, and then start on the bottom and go around the both. So now I want to decorate this pocket. So I've got lace, and I've got these roses. Now these roses are from a card making kit I bought years ago. And the roses are a little red, as you can see. Well, actually, now they look more purple next to this red. But I'm thinking I want to make them a little darker, and I can do that easily by just giving them a little treatment here. Now, I'm not sure. I think that's going to be way too dark. So I think what I want to do is go back to the saddle for this. However, do I have a sponge available? This one's kind of got orange still in it from the leather, but I think that would actually be a little bit better than that dark chocolate. Okay, let's see. Yeah. All right, let's try it. We can always add darker if we need to, but I just want to deepen this color and make it a little bit less bright, I guess is the word. It's especially that green. That green is really bright. And then after I get these toned down a little bit, so you can see the difference. Can you? Can you see the difference? This is kind of lighter here. Maybe you can see better there. This one's almost got pink in it, and I really like it toned down like that, and I think that will go better with the flowers that we have. So, and then I will ink around the edges with the chocolate. But I want to tone down the roses themselves with this saddle. And I've done this before, so I know saddle will get them to where I want them to be. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I might want to do a little bit more on these leaves over here, but they look pretty good. Yeah, that works. Okay, so now I'll go around the outside of these with just some chocolate. There we go. It almost, especially on the leaves, it kind of outlines everything and just makes it stand out a little bit more. Trying to get in between there without ripping the leaves. I think that'll work. Okay. Alright, so we have those. And we have these. And I have inky fingers. So, now what? Well, I want to put some lace behind there. So how much do I want to put? I'm going to cut off that piece because I think I want to put this behind it. Maybe I'll just put a piece there, and then I'll just put some rhinestones there. It doesn't have to be very ornate, and I want to keep it kind of grungy, but I want to keep it simple because we're going to be using these tucks. So put that one there, and whoop, it goes the other way. I know the flower goes the same way, but I didn't have the opposites. I've already used them in something else. Okay, where do I want to put this? Do I want to run a piece just right here? That'll get in the way of the tuck. Maybe I just want to run a piece here on the edge. Or do I want to run a piece across the bottom? I think that's what I want to do. Run a piece across the bottom, because this isn't going to interfere too much with the tuckage. That's a technical term. Okay, so let's do that then. Let me cut some strips off of here. Let me even this up. And a piece for that. A piece for that. And I think we're good. Alright, do I want to put the lace on first? Or, I'm sorry, the trim on first, and put that above it? Or do I want to put this down here and put the trim over it? And then of course I'm going to want a zigzag stitch. I think I'm going to put the lace and then put this above it, and then I'll go do the little zigzag stitch here across the bottom. So I don't need an awful lot of glue on here, just enough to hold that piece of lace till I can get to the sewing machine. And I am going to leave it a little bit off the bottom. I usually line it up with those little holes in the middle of the motif, so that's perfect. Okay. And then I will put this lace on here. Just like so. Okay. And then I will put this rose on top. I do want to get good coverage on this rose because I am not sewing over it. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to stick that here and repeat. Just a small line of glue. To tack this down. Flip it over and check. Ooh, did pretty good. There we go. I need to clean my mat, it's getting gunky. Okay, glue down the lace. And the rose. Nice. Okay, so I am going to run to the sewing machine and do a zigzag, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I sewed across the bottom here, and I want to get a little bit of bling on here, and I want to put a little bit of lace in the top. So this is 6 inches. This should be just perfect for the topper. If I do it about 1/2 inch. Okay. It's getting stuck to my scissors. Okay. Yeah, that should be perfect. Okay. So I will tie that in. Ooh, that's kind of thin. You know what? I think I need to do that wider. because that that little bit, that little bit of net in there stretches. So I think the 1 inch will be a little bit better than the 1/2 inch. But you know what? I didn't know that till I tried it. So, okay, let's try this. There we go. And this is not going to come undone, I can tell you that. So I'm just going to tie it in the knot there. It almost seems as if the 1 inch is a little... I've used this before. I don't know why it feels kind of funky to me. Kind of stretched out, you can see, but it'll work. Okay, let's do this one. There we go. Oh, okay, I'm not going to use this lace then. Let's use something else. Because if it breaks that easy, that's not good. Okay, let's try... I always have plenty of this. And I usually use about 6 inches, so... Okay. Take 2. Much better. I get them even for the most part. And then I'm just going to tie a little knot. I'm not going to do the loop through. It's, oh yeah, I'm just going to leave it just like that. When you do the loop, push it through, it's really hard, and I've had it tear through the top a couple times. So with the thicker, you know, it's not ribbon, it's crochet trim, I usually just tie a knot. And in this case, a 1/2 knot, because it's not going anywhere. I'm going to trim these at an angle. I don't always do that, but sometimes I do. Okay. There's one thing missing, and that is bling. Where did the 3... I had a thing of... So let's do 3s. I took the... it was 8 wide, so I cut it down to 5 and 3 because that's usually what I do, 3 or 5. I like the uneven numbers. We were always taught that odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. Alright, let's do a line here and a line here. Oh, I like it. The bling just finishes it off. There we go. Okay, so those are the last tuck spots I need for my journal, and then we will start working on some tags. I've got some tags printed, and just need to cut them out and decorate them up. And I will go ahead after I glue these in and sew in the signatures, and then we'll start on the stuff we're going to stick in it. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.